Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday and normally it is a Minecraft stream. Normally I don't stream until 1, but it's noon. I have some extra time today. Hytle got an update and so we've been playing Hytle all week. I figured might as well just kind of power on through and continue on with the game. Really enjoying my time in it. We are going to be talking about Hytle on the Spawn Chunks on Monday, which is normally a Minecraft podcast, and we will talk about Minecraft. There's a new snapshot that came out and there's some news and probably some email coming in for that show. But the main discussion on Monday is going to be about Hytle and what that kind of means for, games in the Minecraft Hytle vintage story kind of realm, and what, competition and development and the future of all this kind of stuff looks like for people that enjoy all of these games. So that's going to be a fun conversation. Both Pix and I have been playing Hytle. So I'm going to maybe get into some building today. There's been some changes to farming. We're going to go over some of the patch notes before we dive in, because I think it'd be worth kind of sharing that with folks. I mean, it is just a blog article that people go and check out, but I think it's worth kind of noting some of the things that I have experienced that they've changed already in just 4 days since it launched on Tuesday. So there's been 2 hot fixes and then now a full patch. This has got more content in it. The hot fixes were more about bugs and crashes and things that people were experiencing. It is early access, so expect there to be bugs. There are some features that are just not in the game yet. For example, we can't tame animals as far as I can tell. We can capture little ones, but they don't grow up. So like we can't really farm sheep and cows in the same way that you can in other survival games. So we're just going to see what's going on. Cosmic, good to see you. Mikatu is here as well. Dan Grice in the background. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday. If you want to keep track of things that are going on here on this channel, then check out social media. Joel Duggan, very easy to find. Instagram, TikTok, lesser engagement on Twitter and Blue Sky. I use those mostly to kind of like post when I'm live. And that also happens in the Discord, and you will definitely not miss the notification in the Discord. It's automatic. So if you want to check out the Discord, there's a Prime sub or a Tier 1 sub here on Twitch, or you can check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan, which has less than 12 hours left on a promotion. There is a promo on the first 2 tiers on Patreon. It's 30% off on your first month until midnight tonight. And I really appreciate it. It's my 12th year on Patreon, and you all are the reason I get to do what I do. So thank you ever so much. Let's jump into Hytle. So I'm going to leave it paused, and we're going to go over the patch notes briefly. So, world and environment added dinosaurs and other NPCs to populate the underground jungles. They currently use placeholder behaviors and are a work in progress. We got spoiled on dinosaurs yesterday. Somebody came into the chat and asked if we had seen any. I don't know why they asked that if they weren't in the game, but I don't know. If you're watching people play Hytle, it's always good to kind of like judge the community and judge the stream before you start dropping knowledge bombs. Devastated lands, sewers now have proper atmospheric effects and creature spawns. Areas beneath volcanoes now use volcanic environmental effects. Very cool. Fixed entity placement textures interiors in the Farron villages. Okay, cool. Farron villages. I don't know if that's the same as the Tweebeck or what are they called? Tweebecks? I think they're called Tweebecks. Tweebecks. Removed an invisible filler block behind the Forgotten Temple bench. I think we actually bumped into that the other day. We've got added knockback resistance to some NPCs. Fire-themed NPCs and creatures should not take fire damage. Okay, cool. The Crystalline Earth Golem combat behavior spin attack has been improved. Skeletons no longer take drowning damage. That makes sense. Quebecs, that's what they're called. Quebecs should now be immune to environmental damage caused by cactus and brambles. Okay, cool. Well, I still don't know what that little cactus thing was. The little cactus bunny that we chased around the other day. Replace the Torque Shaman placeholder summon animation. He went to sleep when he summoned wolves the other day. So obviously there's now an animation for that. That's cool. Added proper loot tables to Quebec and Troarks for the Whisperfrost Frontiers. Those are the northern territories that we've not spent much time in. Livestock should no longer climb on top of the chicken coop. Okay. Cautious wildlife predators such as the fox should no longer engage players unless attacked. Okay, cool. There have been some changes to farming, which I noticed. We have, unfortunately, there's been a lot of stuff that's been made easier. So the backpack upgrades are now easier. Base backpack is now cheaper. Upgrading the backpack is now a tier 2 instead of tier 3. So we spent a lot of time and energy and resources this week upgrading stuff. And had we waited, which is not the point, we would have been a lot cheaper. Light, medium, and heavy hide now takes 10 less seconds. That's good. Crafting benches can now pull materials from chests within 14 blocks horizontally and 6 blocks vertically, up from 7 and 4. Wow, that's double the distance horizontally. That's incredible. I want to build like a blacksmith area, I think, today. Mohammed, thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Dropped items to no longer get stuck on the side of blocks. That was part of the hotfix, I thought, but I noticed that was fixed yesterday. What are we saying here? Pickaxes, hatchets are now only swung when used primary action. Corn. Oh, torches and other handheld light sources can now be placed on the ground when equipped in the utility slot while wielding a pickaxe and hatchet. Right. That was probably as it should have been intended. They're probably just more bug fixing as opposed to feature adding, but that makes sense. So it works like Minecraft. That's good. I think people will be used to that. Fully grown cauliflower and pumpkins no longer drop regular seeds when broken by hand or with any tool. That was a bug. So getting seeds back from the pumpkins was a bug. Good to know. We'll have to buy our seeds now with the Essence of Life. Fully grown eternal crops no longer drop eternal seeds when broken by hand or with a tool. Okay, so we have to pick up eternal crops. We can't it sounds like you have to be very careful where you place your eternal seeds. That seems like it might be like a permanent thing. Or we have to buy them again. Wood logs now display their respective wood type. Example, oak log will display hardwood in its tooltip. Awesome. That's clear. I like that. When crafting recipe previously required, the type of trunk is now displayed correctly as log instead. Example, hardwood trunk is displayed as hardwood log. When crafting recipes require specific log types, such as hardwood, the tooltip will now display which trees can drop that type of log. Nice. Example, softwood will display banyan, beech, and aspen. Awesome. Cool. So I had organized our chests to have like the softwood on the right and the hardwood on the left. So now the tooltips will just tell us which is which. I think Cosmic, you had that question yesterday too, right? It was good. Woodcutter block no longer displays as dev. it's just something you can make as a decoration. Okay, cool. I won't read all of these. Audio effects and visual effects. Just some quality of life stuff. UI performance. You can now sleep earlier. Field of view and sprinting, a bunch of other stuff. New character customizations, combat and balance. Line of sight for combat. Okay, cool. Keep the bad guys in front of you. Bug fixes and stuff. A lot of these are crashes. I'll take a copy of this. I'll put it in our show notes. It's also in my Discord. I think the Nookie was kind enough to post it in the Discord. So if you remember the Discord, the link will be there. And if you're watching this live, the link is in the chat if you want to read them over yourself. But very cool. Very, very cool. We are right where we were yesterday when we logged out. I ran around after stream and just kind of put all my inventory away. But we've got some stuff growing here. We've got a little sheep that has not grown up. And I have to make another crate. No, I've got boar piglet and a chicken. We can put those in the coop here. So now I've got 2 little crates I can take with me on adventures that are empty. Now, torch thing. We just heard about the torch thing. Torch thing in the offhand. So now, if I switch this, yeah, 98. Oh no, it puts. Okay, so now I don't have to have them in my hotbar. I can have all my torches over here. And now I can just... Has to be a tool. Nice. Perfect. And if I switch to... Yeah. Okay, cool. So this doesn't have to be there. So we'll want that to be probably bow. No. Wait a minute. Pick. Axe. Smasher. That. That way, when you roll through, it doesn't switch until the very end. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't blink so much. I thought we could harvest those before. Anyway. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what the paw print is supposed to be. Cosmic. I don't know what that means, whether they've added taming or what. But these guys are now weirdly running back and forth when I put the chicken in. I don't think they fight one another. The AI is a little bit weird. There are two very large, very intimidating tentacle things in the distance. We've never taken one of these things on. This might be a fun way to start the stream. If we die, we're right here. I've got no inventory. Do I have some food? I've got a health potion. This is putting this in the hot bar, though. I guess that's an issue. These things are always freaky, and I want to know if they're as intimidating as they look. I don't want to fight two of them. He looks like he's got some range. Oh, they're not so bad. Well, I mean, he didn't see me, so there's that. You did, though. What did this guy drop? Did he drop minions? Yeah, these guys have gotten harder. They move around a lot more. Yeah, they circle you. I don't remember there being these little green indicators that you've dropped something on the ground. I think that's all that thing dropped, was just that. Like, you can barely see that at night. Got some friends. So that's good to know. They obviously have, it's like a group. Come on. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Did not anticipate you being here. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh gosh, they hit like trucks. Alright, my bed respawn worked. That's good. Everything took 20% damage though. Yep, so best to take those guys out from a long way away. Do not engage. I also didn't have my shield up because it's nighttime and I can't see. That's only the third death, and we kind of asked for that. So very susceptible to arrows. My sword didn't seem to do a heck of a lot to him. But arrows are good. I think I got close enough last time that I maybe got a memory so I can tell you what that is. But I'm not sure. Have all of our stuff back. Can't see. Where's his friend? Aha! Okay, that's enough nighttime fighting for me. Let's sleep. And we'll start messing around with stuff I want to change around the home base. Hey, there's Sandy. How's it going? What's shaking? Out of curiosity, I don't normally do this, but I feel like with this game in particular, it might be good to have some of the chat up on screen in the VODs. I can always add like a list of the Twitch chat happening live underneath my camera. Blast Jordan on a 15 stream streak. Thanks very much, Blast. Good to see you. Hope your Saturday's going well. I got something very gross looking and interesting. What is this? Void Heart. The still beating heart of a greater denizen of the void. Not all creatures are born in the void, yet even those taken and corrupted may bear the same shriveled heart. You get to go in there with the void stuff. Unfortunately, that really did a number on our gear. Oh look, all of our stuff is really low too. I wonder if it's going to be worth... Can't really craft any thorium stuff. I need one more ingot before I can craft a new sword. I wonder if a repair kit would be worth it. I feel like that chest plate is probably worth repairing. I think I found this. I didn't even have to craft it. Yeah, that gives us +9. And an extra 17 health. Oh. How much are these? Light leather, iron ingot, linen scraps. You know, it might be worth it to repair the boots and the helmet, maybe? Yeah, cool. All right. Is it daylight? No, let's just sleep. Oh, I keep on thinking that's the way downstairs. Also, so you can see now there's a tooltip. Light wood, dry wood, red wood, black wood, dead wood, hardwood. Azure is his own thing. Softwood, redwood, softwood, lightwood. Cool. How does it organize them? Does it organize them by... No, it organizes them alphabetically. Although, weirdly, it put tree sap over there. Huh. Alright, cool. So we need thorium is the next thing on the list. I don't think I'm planning on upgrading the benches. It's more just like getting thorium or cobalt. The backpack upgrade number 2. Unlock backpack. Backpack upgrade number 1. Cinder scraps. Cinder cloth. That's still pretty expensive. Not too worried about that. What could I do? Yeah, we're miles from that. This. Right. Thorium. We need some thorium for the final workbench. And a sword. And we found that in the desert. Also, you know, I didn't do this the other day. And I keep on meaning to. If we take this, that, silver. I'm just curious. Because I know you can do this with... Oh, it's just iron. Okay. So you've got horizontal bar, iron bars, small chain, iron chain sloped, iron chain. Curious. That's a big chain. And then stack of iron bars. Cool. So it's just the iron. I thought you might be able to build stuff out of copper too. Medium high. This is supposed to be faster now too, which is good. Like 10 seconds faster. Looks like we've got pumpkins. I'm not... Oh, I did get some essence. Okay. 50. 55. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not... It's not 5 every time. But it's between 3 and 5 maybe? Nice. And so we just have the pumpkins now. Not the pumpkin seeds. The seeds we have to buy with the essence stuff. But we've got lots of that. Also, the food that we were making, this should now pull from that chest, I think. Yeah, like I don't have any corn in my inventory, but it sees the corn from out there. The problem is any fuel. I don't know what it's pulling from. I don't want it to take my Azure logs. I feel like it pulls the wrong logs. We only have 3 Azure logs left, and I feel like I collected a lot more than that. So I don't know why we're so low on those. Oh, no, wait. I had to use them. I think tier 2 required like 100 of them or something. That's probably what happened. In terms of iron finding Druid Gen, my experience so far is where I found copper, I found iron. Anyone having trouble finding iron in this game? There's so much copper. There's a lot of copper. I think the thing that you need to do is just go deeper and just keep on going down the tunnels. Tunnels and mines and things like that. I found more iron when you find stuff like this in the wild. So if you find like a structured abandoned mineshaft looking thing, you'll find more iron, I think. Just my experience. I could be wrong. Alright, so we just need as much thorium as we can find. And cobalt would be nice to get too, because we've not really experimented much with that. But what I want to do is grab some food that's better than 5%. They've nerfed that. That used to be 10. Cooked wild meat. I'm pretty sure that used to be 10. Yeah. 15 is way better. Weird that we might be walking around eating popcorn. Dough. Bread is 15% health. There's no buff with these. cheese is 15. 555. I think some of the reasons we've died. Oh, there's the 10%. Gotta eat your vegetables. Meat skewer. Any type of raw meat. Oh. So if we don't cook the meat on the campfire, then we can get better. There's the 10%. Okay. So they've adjusted some of the food stuff as well. Fruit skewer. Sticks. Why do I have 0 sticks? Oh, are they all in here? They're all in there. Any type of fruit. 10%. Mushroom skewer. I feel like you gotta be careful when they're pulling from chests. You might want to like specifically grab like common brown mushrooms because you don't want it to use your special fancy ones, right? I feel like the mushroom is probably the way to go. They're all the same. I know I can use these to make Essence of Life. And maybe we'll go get, if there's nearby cows. So leave one there like that. Oh, it's 3 mushrooms. Okay. That's only 5%. So yeah, that's why my healing was so bad. We'll go get some milk from the cows for cheese. I wish I could figure out how to get the cows to come closer. As it stands, I think we just have to run at them. And milk them the same way we run at the sheep. Gotcha. Thankfully, they're not fast. There was a splash of milk around its collar. That was wild. Oh, early access stuff is always a little bit quirky. It's in here. Make cheese. Oh, it takes a while. So these are an instant 15% health boost. And they are almost as good as a potion. There's no residuals, but they're almost as good as a potion. Maybe we'll do 2 more. As long as I haven't run too far. I kind of want to put a fence around them, even though I know they're nowhere near our house. It'd be kind of fun to keep them close by. So a little bit delayed on the update on the hotbar, but that worked. Whoop. Plays aggressive milking montage music. Yeah, I guess we need some sort of theme for that, don't we? Okay. I think that's good. I am going to keep the 1 bucket on me because I might want to bring some funky liquid home that I find. I don't think there's been a change with the feed bag. I don't see any differences here. Are you small enough for me to capture you? You are. I feel bad. I'm just kidnapping baby animals. Yeah, Druigen, it's instead of luring animals, it looks like you're supposed to capture some of them. The tooltips are the feed bag is a bag of animal feed. Some animals might be lured by this. And then the other one is a capture crate, used to capture small animals in order to bring them back to your home. It only works on things that are about the size of a baby animal, though. So, although it works on a chicken, full-grown chicken, and it works on a baby boar, a baby pig, a baby sheep, or a lamb. I think they're called boar piglets and piglets in the world. And then I can't remember. There was one. I imagine probably mice and squirrels, but like I don't know why you'd want to bring them back because there's no real advantage there. But that's a second chicken. And it's that easy. I guess I can grab the little one too. Yeah. I don't know that farming and animal taming is in the game yet. I haven't really been able to sort that out. I'm getting more frame setters today too. My render distance. Oh, it's the same. So the eternal seeds, they stay planted. Wheat, corn, peppers. Might as well plant what we have. I hope they add like another hotbar so you can like set your hotbar up for farming and adventure and just switch quickly between the two. That would be nice. The eternal seeds don't seem to need water. So I guess the sacrifice there is that you don't have to plant them again, but they don't grow as fast. I don't think this has changed. I didn't see anything in the notes, so I don't imagine it would. I would be impressed if it did. I feel like the little paw prints in the notes was a weird little hint. Any change in behavior? Well, you're not running away. Oh, maybe? They're not bolting, which is new. I kind of feel I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like if you could pen them in and then make like an enclosed run to another enclosed area, you could probably chase them because they tend to run away a little bit, so you could maybe chase them towards your home. Animal behavior doesn't seem to make a whole lot of logical sense. If there was an intended behavior, you'd think it would change almost immediately. I'll keep that in case we run into the moss mouths again. I don't see any new buildables. That's cool. It's fun. They always teeter on the edge of things. It feels very, very strange. I wonder if I can actually rotate that. No. I guess it's always going to place the same way. It would make a little bit more sense if the big one was in the back. It wouldn't look like it was going to constantly tip over. Lanterns. Make clay and pots and stuff. Do I have anything in my backpack? No. Yeah, there's the critter. It's where you keep your candles on top of all your books. That's like a storybook kind of classic fantasy vibe, I think. Cool. All right, well, let's go looking for... Got a bedroll. Let's go looking for some thorium. And we've had success with that to the south. I can remove this death marker, I guess. Same with this one. If we die, I want to make sure I know which death marker I'm going towards. 3 times in the first week I don't think is a bad track record. Do you fit in one of these? You do. Okay. The animation on these guys is cool. Drew, Jen, you've died 14 times? I confess, I really haven't been doing anything too risky. In the first couple of streams, if I saw something that looked kind of dangerous, I just ran. Bears. Definitely ran from bears. So thorium and sticks. And probably some wheat for essence. If we see new wheat just kicking around, we'll probably go grab it. I also want a couple of free hands. I didn't mean to grab a candle. Oh, there's lots of wheat. We've almost got 100 of those already. Yeah, see, he runs away. I think this is the closest I've ever seen these guys to home. And they definitely run away from me all the time. I've never had them not run away. I guess it doesn't work. Whoops. Crap. Sorry. No. Okay. Worth a shot. It can be pretty challenging once you get a handle on the combat, though. timing is pretty good. Once you sort that out. I should have maybe made more arrows. We can always make a crafting table and just make them on the fly, I guess. If it wasn't for the easy source of leather, I would not be killing the wilds. I think it was really interesting watching some other people, hermits specifically, playing the game, where some hermits just went right out around killing everything, and then other hermits were just like, I'm not killing anything, I can just get leather from rats and, you know, other sources. The rats and the moles come out at night. Another little cow, a couple of cows. Have I don't know that I've been up to that house yet. That's crazy. I'm trying to think about, you know, we're seeing this place, I think. That seems like a pretty far distance to be able to render that in. That's awesome. Lemon Venom, hello. It's probably lemon venom. I'm just being silly. Welcome in. How's it going? Miss Ma'am, welcome back. Hello. Foxes are cute. Now, someone I thought said, I know you can go up 3 blocks. Someone said you can go up 4. Oh, you totally can. There must be 5. Sometimes there's easy leather in these places. These guys run. I've never encountered any of the other skeletons that run away from you. Have I seen that before? I don't think so. Wow. What am I looking at? This place. Probably some good loot. The mantle mechanic is really cool. Miss Man was asking which biomes you've seen so far. I wish I had a proper way to track this in game. We've seen the swamp, the plains. Hold on. So we're in a swamp. We've seen the plains. We've seen the birch forests. We've seen the autumnal forests, the azure forests, the desert. And whatever this is next to the desert, I don't remember what it's called. It's like a savanna type biome. We've seen the burnt forests or ashen forests, and we've seen it's not showing here because I'm too far south, but we've seen like the boreal tundra, the boreal forest, and some sort of ice plains or something. I'm sure there's more that we've not seen, but unfortunately they only kind of give you like a notification once when you walk in, and they've got unique names, which is great, inventive and cool, but then it's like, what? I've got nowhere to store it in the game, and I've not gone to look at the wiki because I haven't spoiled it for myself. I haven't wanted to like find out there's, I don't know, the Dragon Mountains. You know, like I don't want to stumble upon that on the wiki. I'd rather find that in game, right? What is this place? Is it skeletons or is it Tworks? What's the deal? Is there a front door? It's in the Azure Forest. Technically. Oh, it's Tworks. Right over his head. The hitboxes on those guys are interesting. Oh, Jesus, guy right there. Feels like Assassin's Creed. He died on something. Maybe he died on the spiky top trying to get to me. The little lights indicating loot is new. That's new. That wasn't in the patch notes either. Using your guard tower against you. Yeah, he's dying on something. A little cheesy. Whoa. That'll do it. Alright, I'm gonna blow through my arrows here. Little campfires. I picked up a weapon. Stone spear. So you can throw it, but you're still holding it. It's not as fast as the Quebec one. So maybe it's stronger. And it doesn't have a block animation. It doesn't have like a stun. We're gonna have to fight these wolves when I go down there, aren't I? Yeah, these little lights indicating stuff is new. Oh, here comes... His, there's no sound when he attacks anymore. They make cute noises when you hit them. I don't like it. I know they're trying to eat me, but like, I don't like it when the dogs are cute. I say dogs, they're wolves, but you know what I mean. Well, that's cool. It's got a banner. I don't think I've seen anything like that for us. It's really dark at night. I can imagine it's hard to keep track of after a while. There's tons to see. They definitely should keep a player tab for something. Yeah, I think there needs to be like a little codex. I've seen that in other games that are on Xbox, that where you have like a little, what have you discovered so far? There's the thing in the memory temple, the Forgotten Temple, and I think that that's a good, it's a good thing, but I have to go to it in game, and then I have to remember what I've read. So it's not ideal. I'd like there to be something in my UI that I could bring up. Bones hanging on the end of ropes look really, really cool. The fact that they've used bones in a lot of these structures, like you can see how they've got bones sticking out of the, as if they've used them as like beams and support structures. The inventory is almost full already. Break time. Holy crap, time flies. You're right, though. I don't think I should sleep in here. Let's... Good opportunity to break and not have to sleep for the night. I guess what I'll do is I'll... I feel like if I just stand here, I'm probably going to have a bad time. You know what? There was that little house on the hill. Maybe I'll just scoot back to that. Because none of the torque places have... The tents don't have doors on them. Thought there was a bear for a second. Was it over here? Oh, I'm in a tree. But you know what? Maybe being in a tree is a good idea. Hold on. Can I climb higher? I can. How high can you go? This is cool. I didn't know you could climb trees. Oh. That's awesome. I like it. Okay, cool. I'm going to stay here. I take a break once an hour, folks. It's a great way for me to stream for longer, but have some little breaks. You get a break too. Grab a glass of water, grab a snack, grab a friend. Let them know that we're streaming. I'll be back in about 6 or 8 minutes. I'm just going to stay right here. All right. Thanks for your patience, folks. I forgot I had a few things to do in the kitchen. And yes, I am listening to the Hytle orchestral soundtrack on YouTube on the breaks. So the music is from the same game, but just different tracks at different times. And it's lower when I'm playing, probably because the game is ducked, whereas just listening to Chrome in the break screen is at full volume. And it looks like I came back just in time. It looks like it's starting to switch to daytime, or close to it. Climbing trees is a great way to be safe at nighttime, apparently. Getting down, however, I can't see. I have no idea how far I'm going to fall. Oh, there we go. Okay. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's just go in the back door. Free leather, free iron. That cooked. I'm probably going to have to ditch a bunch of this inventory stuff. When we get to the deserts, I'm probably going to want to try to find new stuff. I really like these. Can I take this home? Of course I can. Where'd it go? There it is. It's a simple stone brazier. I could probably craft those. There's a torque up there. I'm just going to throw a bed down here. Get some daylight going. It does have some Pokemon vibes for sure. Can I put anything in here that I just don't need right now? Redwood. Keep that just in case. Picked up a bunch of stuff by accident that I just don't really need. That'll free up some. the AI on these guys is not the smartest. But that's fine. That'll come, I'm sure. Ooh, I am on fire. You were on the ground, I think. There you are. Rah. You look cool. I already have one of those. Signature energy plus 9, plus 8, plus 20. Oh, you can use the butt of it. We'll try this for a little while. The music in these tents is really fun too. A really well-designed area. I think I already got that chest. Yeah. There wasn't anything up top. Go this way. Nope. Okay. Cool. Neat looking spot. I hope there's some way to connect that stuff in the future. Sneak out the way that we came in. And keep on heading south. There seems to be always something, right? I needed more azure, didn't I? I think I used it all up. There we go. I really like the indicators on key pieces of loot, like the flowers and the linen scraps and stuff. Good. Take this one down too. That was a big one. Wow. We needed sticks anyway. Nice. Plant fiber I can get at home. Some of this stuff is going to stack. How much of that did I get? 85. That's pretty good. Another structure. There's just so many points of interest. It's no wonder you end up spending 5 hours in the game doing like 2 tasks, right? Oh, is it a mine? The mine. So, who was asking about... Was it you, Druid Jen, that was asking about iron? I think. Somebody was. Miss Ma'am, thanks very much for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there's iron right there, right? And if you find one of these, just go digging. You will absolutely find the things that you're looking for. I think he hit the rat. Another guy. Does anybody know? I'm curious. I guess the blocks sort of feel about the same size as Minecraft. Like if I hold a block in my hand, that feels about right. That feels about a meter by meter square in terms of similar to the UI in Minecraft. Does anybody know in chat what the actual measurements are of the blocks? He is sitting and moving. So obviously some creature updates have not been smooth. Sorry, part of early access. I mean, we obviously have to put him out of his misery. Plus he's got medium leather. Oh, he's gonna stand up. Okay, cool. He's got no hit bar. I was blocking that. I don't think I like this. Huh. So why does he not have a hit bar now? Oh, this is not doing any damage. Oh yeah, okay. So the torque stuff is not working. Alright, well, looks cool, but is not staying with me. Also, hold on. Can I not get rid of it? There we go. I guess, can you not drop stuff out of your inventory now? Oh no, that worked. Okay. Something just died. Was it a little critter that tried to go through the brambles? Oh no. No, it was a snake. It's so weird. I guess in a good way, it makes sense. It's realistic that the environmental hazards for you are also environmental hazards for the animals. Where were we before? Yesterday we were down this way. I remember finding that temple. Let's go east along the river or along the ocean. Now that we're here. Also, how big the bunnies have to be, or how small do the bunnies have to be? Aha. Bunny. Cosmic Dancer gifted a tier 1 sub to Drew and Jen. Thanks very much. I'm sorry I keep on missing these. I've turned them up. I think that Streamlabs has adjusted something on the back end. I was watching Gemini Tay the other day, and their stream notifications were really low. Now, I don't know whether she has them low in general for stream, and then she can hear them, but I've got them the same volume for you, or louder than I have them for me, and I'm missing them. And I know it's an engaging game, and I know that there's a lot of similar noises happening in the game to the notifications, but I really apologize if I miss a notification. It's not by intention. Some of the bunnies look like Thumper from Bambi. I'm sure that's intentional. Someone was, I think Gemini was talking about how she feels like a Disney princess playing the game. So we've seen the vultures. And we've seen the Seekers. I want to say they're Seekers. We've not seen a Scorpion, though. And now that my gear's all repaired, I feel like we can maybe go say hi. Oh, right. Can I bucket this up and take it home? What is this? No. It makes the noise, but it doesn't go into the bucket. Filled with water or used to milk cows. So maybe it's not meant for whatever this is. He's got like a skull face. Like a demonic... Actually, you know what? These are not insects. They're like a race or something. They're called... I don't remember what they're called. But they have a specific name. I don't want to fight this guy in the mud. I'm assuming he's angry. There's the memory. Oh, they have a little... This is what they were talking about in the patch notes. So there's this little thing that hovers above them when you get the memory from them. See if I can get it on this guy too. Yeah, so it's a good indication that you've just received the memory for them, and that symbol is the same as this symbol here in your inventory, right? So that skull, that thing's a critter. Interesting. Wow, that's wild. He doesn't seem to... Oh, yes he does. I'm assuming it's going to be a venom sac. And it sounds like armor when I'm fighting him. It sounds like when I'm hitting a skeleton. Come out of there. I don't want to kill you in the goop. Now you can't see me? Okay. Hey, I'm up here. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's just a stinger. I didn't get anything special. Okay. What is that? Is that a parrot? A skrill. We now have a skrill. Oh, the frame rate in the deserts is rough. He's rough. Pretty, but definitely not optimized. Oh, lag spike. I say that could be the ocean too. It could be the water as we're loading it in. Which way did it go? Yeah. I like that they throw the question mark above their head. Like, it's a good way to indicate to you that they've lost you. So if it's a really big, scary mob and you're like, does he still see me? And then the question marks come up. You're like, okay, cool. So I have to be far enough away or enough, enough height difference or something to not have them be. The cliffs into the ocean are realistic, but also a little bit strange. And we've not seen those before. What are you? I thought I could lower myself slowly, but I guess not. Alright, looks like we have to dig down a little bit here. Jellyfish, I'm guessing? I think we got it. Yep. That looks like it has teeth. Okay. Maybe we don't fight the jellyfish with teeth. Are they even aggressive? Oh, I'm half dead. Let's be smart about this. Oh man, yeah. The skewers are the way to go. Cobble and dry dirt. Thought you could throw out more than one at a time. Is it teeth or is it a flower? Huh. Oh. Do you care about me? You don't seem to care. It's like a flower. Alright, well, I'm not going to just kill you for the sake of killing you. If you're not aggressive, then all the power to you. Obviously, definitely, the animation is probably still in the works for these guys, because the land animals are really well animated with a lot of personality, and those guys are a little on the flat side, but probably a work in progress. You can climb so fast in this game. It's awesome. I really like these ash trees. Or not ash, dried wood. I don't know that we've had purple petals before. I wonder if you can farm the flowers. I'm curious if there's going to be a way that you can bring a flower home and then make more of it. I don't need more of those. What am I doing? Only 22. I guess they're smaller trees. I don't want to cut that one down. That looks cool. Something died. Red feathers? Oh, I got the memory. I did not see you coming. Well, what's the hyena from Lion King? Is it Ed? Hi, Ed. I'm assuming you're aggressive the way that you're looking at me and growling. Your AI is obviously... I feel like in some of the changes that they've made to the animals in this latest patch, their AI is just weird. Unless maybe this is like a fox and he's not meant to be aggressive towards me? Maybe. That's funny. Oh, another... Rarg. Grarg. You know, for someone that doesn't like the combat in Minecraft, I'm really enjoying it in this game. And it might just be because of the blocking and the timing mechanic. What is this? That just Azure log? No, maple, I guess. Yeah. Okay. And then this is just... I don't have that. Oh, okay. I'm just going to steal the maple. When we get back, I want to do some building, and I want to know which woods I'm going to like the best. I'm going to try to have as much as I can. It almost looks pink. I feel like this might be right up your alley, Cosmic and Sandy. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the hyena to come out of nowhere, especially out of a tree. The thing about having full iron armor, you do get a lot more confident because you're not quite as squishy, minus the big tentacle thing that attacked us. So you kind of run into a new biome without really looking around every corner. It's different if I go caving. If I go caving, I'm definitely more of a head on a swivel kind of guy. Right. Any chests around here? Probably down low. This thing looked like it spawned on a hill and got split in two maybe? Or maybe there's just two of them. That's neat. Maybe they actually have rules for if they spawn on different topography. Yeah, you can really get around quite easily. Which is good. Oh. He's summoned the wolves. I don't know if I want to fight you on a cliffside. Uh-oh. Still doing okay damage. I missed him. Where's his friend? Oh, there he is. Oh, he summoned another one. He's got sound effects. Yeah, these guys are a little bit screwy in their animation. Although, he runs away when he's nearly dead. That's cool. Gotcha. I think the problem is that their hurt animation sounds like one of the cute sounds a real dog would make if it was trying to get your attention, you know? More maple. Sounds like he's saying something you can't say here. Oh, does it sound like the Trork is swearing? I didn't quite catch it. He was just kind of grunting. Oh, there's a chest. We need to put some stuff away. What do I not need? That. Candles I can get later. I want to turn the raw meat into meat skewers at home. I guess I can ditch the raw fish. I should eat these. copy up some space. This we need, and this just drops from the exoskeletons of certain mobs, and I can't figure out which mobs are dropping it. Oh, jeez. That's close. Does he have a runny nose? No, it's just drool. Okay, I was like, what's going on? Their range is pretty good if they see you. They'll come running. I feel like there's less in these than there was the last time we played. Oh, there's some leather. Don't need the copper helm. So the signs just don't have anything on them. Already been in there. Cool. That's the camp. The savanna and the desert biomes are definitely. Is that a meerkat? It is a meerkat. Or something close to it. Got the memory for him too. Yeah. So we got Timon, Pumbaa, and Ed. All in the same game. I guess they're hogs. They're not necessarily warthogs, but close enough. How close do I have to get to you to get the memory? These guys are hard. The birds are hard to get close to. Maybe if I just pillar up. I got it. Yep. Cool. We're going to have to stop by the Forgotten Temple on the way back. Crate it, take it home, love it, pet it, and call it George. That sounds familiar. And it's nighttime again already. Are these warthogs? Maybe these are the Pumbas. I've already got a what is that? It was a skeleton. For a second it looked like a woman with her hand on her hip, but it's just the way that the skeleton's standing. I had a cat named George because of that cartoon? Oh, for sure. Alright, I'm just going to try to sleep, and I might just try to do it out in the open here. If you really wanted to go on a long adventure, I feel like the thing to do would be to make a number of these bedrolls and like leave a bedroll trail. So you'd always spawn the closest to where you died, and then you could backtrack. A little annoying with my bow not working very well, but I mean, 3 shots is still pretty good. I don't know if that's really It'd be interesting if instead of doing less damage, it was less accurate. Because you can still use the picks and the weapons when they break, but they're supposed to be not as good. These guys also don't have a lot of armor. They're just like dagger skeleton guys. This is so cool. Where am I now? That goes all the way out there. I'm not seeing anything new biome-wise. This might be some houses or something. Or maybe just rocks. The thorium that we found before, that's a large tiger. The thorium that we found before was in like huts and stuff. Maybe we should try to do some mining while we're here. Speak of the devil. What am I doing for torches? I got 99. I will have to ditch some things if we see anything that's good. We can test out the new torch placing mechanic. Just like you'd expect. That's going to make things so much easier. Wow. Definitely a different way of having these chasms. I feel like in other biomes they would have been less steep. Do I have enough blocks? I need to just mine some blocks, I guess. Does pick block work? Not yet. Thorium. We've not seen it in the walls. We've only seen it in the chests of places. What kind? Just not really bring home. Apples. We're probably good for sap. Bones. Is there anything that will stack? Or is not stacking that I could put somewhere else? The bats animation seems to be fixed. They don't seem to be flying into the walls doing a whole lot of nothing, which is good. Oh wow, like the root of a tree. That's awesome. This is not as easy to explore. I'm not seeing much in the walls. This, I think, just took us in a circle. Some iron and copper. That's awesome. Dead end. I always seem to find these places with limited inventory space. Jeez. No real easy way down, is there? Oh, here we go. That looks like it goes up. Looks like it goes down. Copper in the ceiling and in the walls. That was a big vein. I don't know if I've ever seen more than 4 in a row. Volcanic shale or something? Volcanic cobble? Be my guess. Yeah. Oop. Snake. Very dark. Ooh. Maybe more thorium? Where'd you go, snake? I don't know that he was going to attack me before I attacked him. That's different. Previously the snakes would always attack you. I feel like we could pick up torches with the sword before too. Can I place them when... No, I can't place them with the sword in my hand, so it has to be the pickaxe. The only thing about that charge with the sword is that it's hard to tell whether you've hit them. You have to listen. You go right through them, so you can't tell whether you've hit them or not. Nice. Now we're talking money. Good stuff. I kind of want to bring those home. I guess we've got steel daggers. I don't really need the copper ones. Taking the leather, though. This we'll be able to eat. And this we will take instead of... something. Salt? I don't know how to get salt. Rocks. Palm tree log. Bottle tree log. Dang it. All this cool stuff that we can't do. Can I... Can't really craft anything down. We might want to try to expand the backpack soon. So I've got 7 thorium altogether. Enough for a sword. But we've not seen it anywhere actually in the walls. It's always been something like this. I think this is just a dead end. Oh, no. Yeah, he totally could have went after me, but I guess that maybe the snakes are just passive predators. That's cool. I'm kind of glad that not everything with teeth is trying to get you. Yeah, shouts a warning, kind of like the fox, and then messes off. That's kind of a fun little jump scare, but then doesn't create problems. But you can also find, oh geez. There's a tricky hole. And a trap. And, wow. Stuff that's... Glad I was holding shift. Okay. I think I've got too much important stuff to go adventuring where there's lava bad guys right now. That was a dead end. Man, that was tricky. Alright, let's head home. It is going to be up this way. Yeah. I feel like there's more copper in the desert in the warmer climates. I wonder if there are specific biomes that have like more of certain things. I know that the only place we've found cobalt is in the cold climates. So maybe the next adventure will be north. I'm just looking at my stack sizes and realizing that I've got room for some extra stuff, so I might as well take it while I'm here. Just to make sure there's not just a chest of thorium sitting here waiting for us. Another dead end. Yep, another dead end. Okay. Looks like a water cave. Wow. Well, that's an easy way to get up. Cool. Easier than climbing. Alright. Let's head home, which is obviously due north. Bit of a trek. Maybe we'll try to avoid the swamp. Silvery was up earlier and other streamers were having lots of issues. Couldn't craft, map wouldn't work, chunks wouldn't load. Oh really? Wow. Were they on servers? We've not had any technical issues. Oh, don't let me forget to go to the temple. Maybe I'll go to the temple and that's where I'll take my break. I kind of want to travel while it's daylight. We got a lot of new stuff, I think. Great. We'll upgrade the sword. I don't know that we'll have enough to... We certainly don't have enough to upgrade any tables. And the bird sounds. I feel like a lot of games should take note of the environmental sound design in Hytle. Like the wind rustling in the trees, birds chirping even if you can't see them. Several different kinds of birds chirping. Chickadees. Recognizable birds chirping, which is also good. I did not take any fall damage there. That was at least 5 blocks. And then there's the run home and the constant scan for bears. There's no skunks. I've not seen any skunks. What other animals have we not seen? There's various kinds of goats, sheep, cows, pigs, horses, moose. There's spiders, bears, obviously, polar bears. I'm trying to think about anything that we would expect to see, but have not seen. There's owls and hawks and crows, parrots, I think. Mice, rats. No beavers, no badgers. Everything feels very North American. Except for, I guess, the lions. And then the imaginary stuff. Speaking of. Crap. More leather is good. I recognize that mountain, so we're almost at the temple, which is good. Yeah, they're called Ben Walkers. The bear. Eyes on the swivel. Did not see the bear friend. Why are there two? Come on. I can hear him running and panting behind me. This is not fun. Man, 2-block jump. Gotta remember that you can 2-block jump. I think the thing that gets rid of the bear is to put some sort of cliff between you and it. If you can get out of line of sight, they tend to bail pretty quickly. And it's not that I couldn't fight him and win. It's just that the risk I don't want to take this close to home and with this much stuff. Also, when you collect your torches, they don't go into your offhand, they go into your inventory. So if you're tight on space, your torches are going to be in 2 spaces. Flee with the extra flee. What's that from? Moo. Oh, it is. That's a thing that Tango says, isn't it? Jeez. Look at my memes. Don't tell him I said that. Ah, peaceful. Wolves. As I say, peace and tranquility with teeth. Temple's over this way. Did I pass it? Yeah, I did. Crap. I really need to remember the name of this forest. There seems to be just a lot of sticks on the ground in this kind of forest. Aspen, maybe? Yeah, the light green one. Cosmic is writing a strongly worded email to Tango. While you're out there, tell him how much of a fan I am. Bear, 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 bear. Oh, he didn't lose interest. You tracking me? He's tracking me. Crap. Are you gonna come down here? Maybe the golem will tangle with you. No? Nothing? Okay. I think I can probably AFK for my break over here. Nope. Here comes the bear. Wow, look at that. You know what? We're just gonna squeeze through the portal. Gur arg. Come on. Zing. Safe here. For sure. Ta-da. Cool. Time for a break. Thanks for the reminder, Cosmic. And thanks for hanging out, folks. I'm going to take another 5 or 10 minute break. I need to get some more coffee. We will point you towards Joel Duggan VODs, where you can watch archives of all the stuff that I do on Twitch. If you're watching this later, it's a great opportunity to remember to like the video if you're enjoying it, maybe even subscribe on the channel. They are long, they're VODs, so they're like 2 to 4 hours sometimes, but I think they're a lot of fun. So hopefully you are all already following over on YouTube. I'll be right back. Okay, time to turn in some memories, I think. I always feel weird walking through here with a bunch of weapons. Sunnybrook1, hello, hello. How's it going? Nadila's finally home and settled in for the stream. Awesome. This is the first time I've been here with Essence of Life, too. We can maybe have 18. Can I not trade with these guys? Oh, because I have them in my hand, not my backpack. I have got more. Okay. 17 memories should get us to 100. Yes, I'm glad we stopped. Can craft the following: Ancient Gateway at the Arcanist's Workbench, Portal Fragments at the Arcanist's Workbench, Backpack Upgrade 2 at the Workbench, Decorative Chests, Furniture at the Workbench, and Eternal Seeds at the Farmer's Workbench. 2 maximum teleporters. Teleporters are going to come in handy, I think. This is a very broad game, and there's no fast way to move around. Yeah. I think I've always been able to trade Cosmic. I've just never had Essence of Life with me when I've been here. So before we do this, let me just refresh my memory as to what we're doing. We're dropping off these guys, the boars, the lizards, the tentacle guys, more torques, scorpions, snakes, parrots, birds, hyenas, tentacle guys in the ocean. Okay. I feel like I'll be able to sort that a little bit faster now. Ta-da! Nice. Now we got a long way to go. 200 is the next one. It's so hard to believe that there's that many animals. This is a man of war. Okay, cool. So a real jellyfish from the real world. From the real world. Avians. We've got ducks, flamingos, greenfinch, brown owl, snowy owl, parrot. I don't remember running into a pigeon, do you? Nothing from there. We've got those guys before. The undead. Skeleton archer. Burnt skeleton lancer. Soldier. Skeleton knight. I think that's new. Sandswept skeleton assassin. That's the guy with the daggers. Sandswept skeleton guard. Skeleton scout. Those are the guys with the bows, maybe? Sandswept skeleton scout. Critters. This is a cacti. Weird. Mole rat. So it's not just a mole, it's a mole rat. Scorpion. It doesn't have a helmet on in this one. It doesn't have a skull face on it. Mouse. Frost. Rattlesnake. Marsh snake. Cobra. Okay. Void eye. Void crawler. Void larva. I feel like some of the more, the weirder mobs are not as well animated and modeled as like the cows and the chickens and stuff. Maybe they'll work on those. Scrack are the name of this species. I couldn't remember. Nothing new there. Pig, piglet, lamb, sheep. Oh, Skrill. Got the Skrill. It is a warthog. So there's a Timon and Pumbaa. I didn't see the meerkat under critters. Oh, there he is. Meerkat. Gecko. Cool. It's funny that the gecko is a critter and not a reptile. Predator. Polar bear. It is just a hyena. Okay. So we've only got one mysterious predator that we haven't found. It's probably some sort of lion or cat. Because there's only the one so far. Maybe there's a tiger. There's a jungle. In the patch notes they said there was a jungle. A plushie of the cacti. Mauler, Sentry, Warrior, and Elder. They refer to them as a shaman in the notes. And just those guys. Okay. What are these guys again? Fen Stalker. I called them a Fen Walker. They're a Fen Stalker. Okay. Cool. I have more of this in my backpack. Now we can get any of these things. Berry bush, winter berry bush, mushroom salad, dough, salt. So this is the only place I've been able to see salt, is to buy it from here. But I want the meat pie and the apple pie. That's different. There was a pumpkin pie before, but they cost the greater life essence. So you need to have like 200 or 300 of these things. Well, that's good to know. I'm wondering if the apple pie and the pumpkin pie have like a more than 15% health restore. So that might be worth doing because pumpkins are easy to grow. And apples are everywhere. You seem to get them a lot. This guy's still a work in progress. Okay, cool. Now I have to remember there is a large grizzly bear just on the other side of this portal. And also an angry golem. Maybe he's... Oh, geez, he is right there. Yikes. Run away. I don't think he's as fast as me climbing stairs. I knew it was going to be nighttime when I left there. The day-night cycle does not stop when you're in that forgotten land. Alright, we'll just have our head on a swivel here. Oh, that is a very large eye in the sky. Run away. For time, I'm just thinking it's faster just to run home. The music is very peaceful for a very dramatic run through the woods at night. Something that I was looking at my VODs and thinking that I didn't really realize while you're playing it, you don't think about how saturated the green areas are. Like the grass and everything seem to be really, really over green. You don't notice it much at night because everything is so dark and dim and there's a quick drop off, but watching the VOD, it almost felt like my contrast on the VOD was different than when I was playing. But then when I logged in today, I was thinking like, no, you know, they are really, really high contrasty green. I'd imagine at some point during the development process, they'll allow people to have texture packs for folks that just find the grass really noisy. Also, I know that Fwip was saying that he was having trouble with the trees because he's got a color blindness going on, and so he was having trouble distinguishing between certain trees. I wonder if that's when finally grown now. Okay, first things first. Let's put this in there. And we've got logs. Got some leather. We've got that. I don't think there's anything else that goes in there. Oh, that's in the chest, not my backpack. I don't think I'm gonna bring the feed bag with me anymore. It just doesn't seem to do anything specific. Okay, those go in there. Salt goes in there. Keep the cheese. My flowers and petals are in here. I feel like I need now a separate chest for flowers and petals. We're definitely going to need to expand, I think. Got lots of leather from all the fighting. Unfortunately, I think it's mostly medium leather. I'm not sure if that's the one that we're going to need the most. I wanted to turn these guys into meat. So this requires raw meat, but it takes 4. And it gives you 10%, whereas this just gives you 5. Maybe we should use the charcoal instead for now. Probably I'm going through so many sticks. 12 thorium ingots. Alright. We may have to expand our little coop here. I think they were all sleeping. Sorry, guys. Oh, wait a minute. What do I have here? Bunny? And a skrill. The skrill might just fly away. I don't know. Maybe the skrill is a flightless bird? We'll have to see. I'll grab another one of these chests. We'll expand this, I guess. If I hold shift, can I put 2 separate chests down? No. Fish. Well, it wasn't so bad. Nice. Old Nintendo, what's the goal for the day? So we found some thorium. So I could make a thorium sword, which is going to take 8 out of the 12 that I have. I don't have enough to upgrade the table. I could also... I can't make thorium armor outside of a helmet. I wish we could see what that looks like on, but it just looks like it's going to be more of the same. I can make a thorium shield, but really, I was curious. Yeah, everything takes a lot of thorium, and it's really hard to find. So we're probably just going to make a thorium sword. I'm tempted to make a thorium pickaxe. We've got 6 and 8. Dang it. I don't have enough. I have to choose between the two. I'm probably fine without the thorium pickaxe. Yeah, I'm probably just going to make the sword. Oh. Or I could make the Arcanist Workbench. That's probably the better way to do it. That's going to take up all the thorium, though, and then I can't make a sword. I have not seen the baby animals grow up, no. And I've had that sheep in there for several streams. This little lamb was in there forever, and has not changed. And they all seem to do their little feeding animation around the hay bale, though. So like, that's obviously a programmed thing, but they just seem to run around in the pen. That's all there is to it. So there's not much going on. I could probably just build more fences and expand it and potentially close in like the pig and the other chicken here. Like, it probably would be pretty easy to move them around. So now I have to decide, with only 12 thorium, what I'm going to do. Maybe I should hold off on the thorium sword because I know where cobalt is, and cobalt is the next tier. I'm assuming they all have the same energy, so that's not damage. Is that two-handed? No. One-handed. Okay. So the mission this morning, or this afternoon, Old Nintendo, was to go all the way south, which you can't see on the map anymore, but we went all the way to the desert and the savanna type area, and we collected a bunch of cool woods and things, as well as we collected the thorium, which you can't find in the ground. You have to actually find it in chests underground. I feel like it's probably best for progression to make the last table, because it's the only thing that we don't have the ability to explore yet. And then I'll just make another... Maybe I'll make like one of the other iron weapons. Like maybe I'll make like an iron mace or something. That would take all 12. That's ridiculous. That doesn't even take leather. That would take half of our light leather. Thorium bow takes 8. Ugh. Thorium is so hard to get. You know what? Teleporters are on the arcane workbench. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. Alright, well, let's not just make that willy-nilly. Let's try to make a spot for that. Maybe I can put it out here. And maybe I'll expand this kind of patio look. What kind of stones do we have? This doesn't pull from chests, by the way. You still have to bring things over here. I've got slate cobble, shale cobble, basalt cobble, regular cobble. So slate just makes like roof stuff. It doesn't actually make anything else. These are kind of cool in blue, but I only have 9 of them. Maybe we'll go with the basalt bricks. Ornate. Alright, let's play around with this and see what we can make out here. Maybe we'll put it out here. It's obviously going to be a too wide situation. Oh, there goes my pickaxe. Wow. Alright, new blocks. Let's see what these look like. Oh, cool. Got like a little dragon eye on it. But it's obviously meant to be a wall block, not a floor block. That's cool. I couldn't tell what that was in the bench. I kind of like those. Maybe we'll frame it with a lighter one. Definitely keep on hitting pick block by mistake. This feels a little bit strange. Maybe we'll remove this one. That looks okay. Oh, if I break that, that might bring the whole thing down. Let's do that. I think it's beach. And maybe we can do something up there with some stairs. There's also these platform things. I think I can make them out of the beach too. Stool, shelf. Crude platform. Yeah. So maybe this and that. Oh, can't go there. Huh. Sorry, I keep on hitting escape. Get out of the menu for the hologram thing. That's not bad. We can maybe just pull that there. Maybe we'll make this look not as heavy. And then maybe I'll get rid of this. And I'll go make 2 more. Rotate these the other way. They're darker than the rest of the stuff, which is weird. Building in this game is really fast. That looks okay for now. I actually kind of wonder if I could just do a slab here. Sure. All right, let's put down decision made. That's all over thorium. Buh. That took forever to gather. Ta-da! The Arcanist's Workbench. Like, this is the kind of stuff where this would warrant its own build. You know, like, I would be inclined to make a farming area with this stuff. We're going to make a blacksmith area with the blacksmith tables in it. You know, so that they're not in here. We can put these all out by a big furnace. I think that'd be cool. But here we go. So the azure logs, azure kelp, and any stone are part of the teleporter. Oh, cool. Ancient gateway. More thorium. Oh, we're not doing that. Void essence, 2 of 10? I only have 2 void essence? Huh. I could have sworn I gathered a lot more than that. Does anybody else think that I had more than 2 void essence in this whole stream? Not just today, but like from the other day too? I feel like I collected more than 2 just this morning. I feel like there are definitely some inventory bugs that just kind of make you go, huh. Fragment Orbis. Cobalt ingot fragment. The dread weight. Okay. Oh, it's at the max tier. That's good. Healing totem. Thorium at 20? Holy crap. Slowing totem. Flame crystal staff. Ruby. And essence of fire. Sapphire. Silver, azure, and essence of ice. I mean, this is doable. We're close to that. We just haven't found any sapphire, but I think I know where there is some. That's a zephyr. Okay. Well, let's build one of these. Oh, I've got 2. It made me 2. That's awesome. So we can, like, teleport, I guess. Let's go I'm assuming we can move these after they're placed. It looks like it's meant to go up against a wall. It doesn't look like it's meant to be just like freestanding. I guess we'll just put it here for now. No warp, no warp, warp name. Where we want to go. Let's go down to spawn, maybe? I don't know what the range is on these things. I can't ever keep up with on what's in storage. Most unfortunate. Yeah, I'm sorry if I go through things fast. I kind of got a decent memory for where I put things, and so I kind of whip through the storage quickly. Let's just go over to this house over here. Crap. You. I guess your range is a little bit lower now. I might want to come back and forth to this place to dismantle it and take the parts for the house. Because it's a lot of beach, and the house is already built out of beach, so I might as well just keep on going rather than changing the materials halfway through. So let's just, for the sake of demonstration, put you here. Latal. Cool. That looks awesome. I kind of wish it had a backside. Like, I feel like they should be more freestanding, but that's a really cool effect. That's pretty fast. Obviously, there's probably going to be some sort of animation for that, but that's cool. That's very, very cool. So that is going to save a lot of time if we're going to go get cobalt and thorium and stuff. We can go make like a northern base and warp back and forth between them. That's going to change everything. That's awesome. Took a little while to get here. Is my inventory full? No. Why can I not get you? Here we go. I say that, and you know, it might be faster to only take the stuff here that's like special. Like the iron stuff, because I feel like maybe we just wanted to cut down some beech trees. I wish I knew which was which. I think that's oak. Yeah. Maybe the beech are the lighter leaves? No. Alright, so what happens if we want to move this? Take it with us. Okay. That's where the azure logs are special. Cool. Well, we will put that somewhere very specific for harvesting stuff. The first location, I think, would be the closest azure forest, because then you can go back and forth and get your azure logs, right? Cosmic I left to go get a drink and I came back with carrot cake and I'm not mad about it. Carrot cake is one of my favorite desserts. This tree has not grown to be anything other than sticks. So I'm a little disappointed that we can't actually get full-grown trees. So kelp and logs are the big one. I'm assuming the ancient gateway is going to be... I didn't look at the base of it, but I think that's what goes to the Forgotten Temple. Sapphire. Essence of ice. Okay. Sweet. Definitely need to expand the home inventory, that's for sure. I've not really been using these out there, so maybe we'll leave those behind. Another mushroom skewer. Okay, so I think we're just gonna recycle the pick and get a little bit of iron back, probably. And 6 ingots. But it'll be 120, or I can repair it for 1 ingot, 1 light leather. It'll lose durability though, like max durability. It's probably better to repair it at least once, and then after that maybe turf it. Yeah, 108. When it drops below 100, maybe we'll backtrack. I do... Maybe should I repair the sword too, or should I just build another one? I should repair the sword and then use some of my iron to make one of these and see what that's like. I think that's a good way to do it. 'Cause I like this one. +8. This is +8. I'm wondering if it's a little bit faster. I don't know what the durability is going to be. We're not using the stone spears. I wonder if that's 14 blocks of it's not an inventory, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah, so we'll repair the sword. There's definitely some cursor jumps when I pop out of inventory sometimes, and it's a little bit jarring. And then we'll craft mace. That's 9. That's 8. I feel like the maces are better against skeletons, though. Do I even have a battle axe? No. Alright, we're doing it. So there's these two. There's definitely some timing to it. But in this one, I think it's the same speed. That one has a slightly longer... Feel like the big one takes more stamina? Okay. We'll see if we like it. At least we know we can craft them. Nice that it remembers where you were. Drew, Jen, you keep on finding copper and no iron? I'm sorry, that's frustrating. Oops. Oh, we need to make more arrows. I'm not impressed with charcoal. I don't think charcoal is as efficient as sticks. I'd have to actually sit there and time it, but I don't think it's the best. Stream is at 3 hours. More break, yes. Good call. We're gonna travel light, I think, this time. Alright, I have a sword, pickaxe, axe, bow, iron mace. Should maybe switch those. Teleporter, which we're going to put somewhere up north, I think. Somewhere up here. Maybe we'll try to go straight for this little camp. And maybe make that like our northern home base, and we can teleport back and forth between the two. That would be really, really cool. Because that's one of the things that I think that I was not struggling with, but I found... For a 5-hour stream, I was like, I really don't feel like I accomplished much. And I think that that's one of the things that was causing me issues. Well, I'm not going to lift or look a gift chicken in the mouth and not grab it. No! Bunny escaped. This obviously has to be bigger. I'm back. Don't you like it here? I have no idea if bunnies are going to be good for us. Can I... I can jump over a fence. Aha, but you cannot. That's good. I'm glad that we can jump over fences. That's something that always drove me nuts in Minecraft. Any seeds that I can plant before I go on break? Just the wheat. I need to make more chili peppers, tomatoes. We'll do that before I leave. Once again, I'm going to take a short break, folks. I do this once an hour. It allows me to stream longer on afternoons like this where we're having fun. So hang tight, listen to some music. I'll be back in just a bit with more coffee and more Hytle. All right. Huntress Clarice, hello. Welcome in. You just bought the game and you're waiting to wake up a little bit more to give it a go? Well, we've just gone and built our last workbench, so hopefully you don't mind spoilers. We're, I don't know, 15 hours or more into the game after this week, so maybe more than that, maybe closer to 20. So just a heads up in case you're trying to avoid spoilers. But I mean, if you're watching people play, then you're probably in for or aware what you might be exposed to, I guess. In case we need another axe, I'm gonna bring my copper hatchet as a backup. I think we should be good. I do want to plant some stuff before we roam. And we need tomatoes and peppers. We need 40. So let's do at least 10. Of each. I guess we need the hoe and the watering can. And I guess we'll just do the rest, sprinkle it around here. He's not eating my seeds, is he? Oh, out of water. Those will grow while we are away. Should I bring more than one teleporter? It only takes 8 logs. I feel like I'm gonna maybe find something up there that I'm gonna want to teleport to. Nah, we'll come back. We can always, once we get one, we can teleport back. That's fine. We're good. I probably need a little more food, maybe. We don't know what these are for other than just decorative, right? Okay. That's all right, I'll forget by the time I get it. That's a good way to look at it. Nice. So, cobalt is the main thing we're looking for. I mean, thorium is obviously in the warmer climates, and cobalt seems to be in the colder climates. And if we can get a lot of cobalt, that'd be great, because I feel like we need it for the backpack upgrades. Yeah. Cobalt. Cindercloth. Cindercloth, we have to go way over to the Ashen Island, so probably won't get that this time ago. Alright. Probably sleep, I guess. Be a lot faster to get back to your grave marker with a teleport, depending on how close you are to it. All right, north, this way. I feel like it's the same music in the mornings in this biome. All right, I'm going to try not to pick anything up until we are in the northern forests. Nightbot is reminding me to tell you that there's a 30% savings on Patreon right now. It's my 12th year anniversary on Patreon. And you can save 30% on the first 2 tiers, and that is only good until the end of the day today, because it's been up for a week. Bear and wolves. Let's not tangle with both of those at the same time. Yep. Going up hills seems to really break line of sight if you're getting chased. I do need more mushrooms for skewers. Well, that wasn't too bad. Didn't take too long. Get up here now. Oh, wait a minute. That looked a lot lower than it was. Here's some sort of crystal-y type sound. Where's that coming from? Can you guys hear that? That looks like cobalt. I keep on pressing C to zoom in. That looks like cobalt right there. Where was that little... Still due north to get to that little camp. Which one do we want to go to? That one's a bit farther north. Maybe we'll go to that one. Take the iron for sure. Yay, finally. With just the one? I've not tried to strip mine yet. Okay, that's it. That's what we want. I need at least 10, if not as much as I can find. I think it's just a sound effect in this area. Sounds like it's coming from everywhere. So cobalt is in the snowy mountains, it feels like. And it's pretty easy to spot. We must have just gotten unlucky the other day. Where were we looking the other day? It was over here. I think it was like over that way. Yeah, because there's the ocean that we crossed. We were like way over here. So maybe it's more like specifically the mountain stuff as opposed to the tundra. And that would make sense. Oh, there's a giant yeti right there. Okay. I guess we'll just dance around the mountain until we find some more. We've already got 8. The little goats up here is funny. Oh, I actually took some fall damage. You found the bottom of the world, Nookie? Wow. We've gone down super deep and not had that experience. I think it's more fun to explore on the surface. I do find the caving very dark. I definitely want them to implement some sort of glider. I know there's some controls for flying, but I'm not exactly sure how you get that. I've not seen anything in the tools. Although they made an update today, so like who knows when the next update is coming. It could be in a couple days, it could be in a week, who knows. I am at the moment planning on keeping Hytle in my rotation. I will obviously be back to playing Minecraft and working on the command center next week. My Tuesday stream is definitely going to stay Minecraft because that's the day after we do the podcast, and it makes sense to have a Minecraft stream when there's a new podcast out. So we'll keep on that. But I do feel like there's going to be gold in their hills. I do feel like there's going to be a rotation for Hytle, specifically because they seem to be wanting to update it frequently. In the patch notes today, they said they wanted to update it at a high rate. So Minecraft only updates once a week with snapshots. Hytle seems to have not so much snapshots, but just like straight up releases and then hotfixes. So the dev team is obviously trying to stay on top of things, which is great for a brand new game. I say brand new, it's in early access. That is very steep. Let's not tangle with this side of the mountain. We'll stay over here. There's another yeti. Man, they're all over the place. All right, let's head over to those mountains. I'm not seeing any more cobalt here. Still only on 8. There's lots of gold, though. And I don't think I have those. Now these guys are going to give us that ice essence that we want. Come on, get some. These guys are faster than their green field brethren. I think the mace does a lot more damage to skeletons. That might be cobalt up there. I wonder if there's like a spyglass or a telescope or something in the game. Because the render distance is so far, that would be really helpful. Oh, you can just hold space and you jump repeatedly? I didn't know that. That's cool. That was obviously just the way that the light was shining. There is not cobalt up here. There's another yeti, though. That is definitely cobalt over there, though. See if we can squeeze around him without him saying hello. Obviously his his AI is a little blind. That's fine. You didn't see me, we were never here. I'm really happy we found this today. That only showed up after we broke the one in front of it. Like the model wasn't there. Interesting. I wonder what would happen if we dug through the middle of this. I wonder if it would be... if it would reveal any cobalt. Like if you just decided to take the top off a mountain, I wonder how much cobalt you would actually find. Nope, more. Good, good, good. And more gold. So gold and cobalt are in the mountains. For folks that are wondering. Because we've not seen... I don't think I've seen gold anywhere else. Maybe in the desert? But I don't remember. Have you had any problems with the game freezing your PC, having to restart to fix it? No, I have not. My specs are all in my About page on Twitch, so if you're curious, you can check that out. But no, I've not had any issues. Sorry if you have, though. That's frustrating. They have been pretty good at hotfixing the game, so... stay with it. You know, like it's obviously in early access. There's bound to be some issues. I have definitely played early access with Satisfactory and had some issues that meant that I couldn't play that week. So I understand how frustrating that can be. We found a decent amount. Yeah, cobalt is more easily found than thorium, unless I just haven't found where thorium spawns naturally in the world. The only thorium we've found has been in chests in the desert and the really warm biomes. I don't think I've found any cobalt in chests. I think all the cobalt we've been finding is in the mountains. Getting lots of this other stuff too. Basalt. Shale. It's so cool to see those ice plains kind of like roll in. The way that the biomes, it looks so harsh on the map, but it's really not that bad. Oh, you know what? I wonder, is that cobalt on the map? Like, am I able to spot this from the air? Maybe that's where I just was. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. What am I looking at straight ahead? I thought I saw one a second ago. There's iron down there. Yeah, straight on the other side of this. There's blue on the map. Maybe I already got that one. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. There's cobalt right there. Is that one? It is. Oh no. We can see them on the map. That's a little easy, I have to say. That's a little easy. Over there. Yeah. I feel a little bad. I'm hearing this noise. You see the gold too. I can't believe I didn't notice or look for the cobalt on the map 2 streams ago when we were up here looking for stuff. You couldn't see it in the game nor on the map? Hold on, I'll see if I can highlight it. Maybe I'll zoom in a lot more. There, where's it? Okay. I can't zoom in anymore. Maybe I'll take a screenshot. Let me just open up the screenshot so I can show you. Image overlay. Nope. That's not the thing that I want. Maybe Joel. Nope. Crap. Oh, wait a minute. I can open up in a browser. Do that. Browser. That. Okay. So I know this is kind of like overlaid, but you see where I'm sitting right here? You can see my little blue arrow. I zoom in even more. Yeah. So there's me, right? And there's Cobalt right there. You see the blue? You see the blue pixels? Dom Adams, hello, how's it going? Okay, that's what I'm looking for when I'm opening up the map and I'm looking for stuff. So I need to go. Let's go over here first, so northwest. Very steep though. Yep. We're gonna have a cobalt sword very soon. Very, very soon. There's some more down there. Are you guys hearing the whistling? It seems the world gen is very luck-based. I've got a world where I've traveled 2 to 3 days straight in all cardinal directions and have yet to find a cold biome. Oh, really? Wow. That's not great. Where we had to travel really far to get to like a sandy biome. And I'm still looking for, what is it that I'm looking for? It's like a ruby or something. It's one of these that I'm trying to find. These crystal things, these heart of the mighty golems. And it's the blue one. I need the blue one. Look at all the cobalt. I can't believe I went an entire stream to finding none. Specifically looking for it. And now today it's just like everywhere. I mean, I'm not complaining. But it's cool to know you can find it on the map. This is as abundant as iron and copper. You just have to be in the right biome. We've got almost 2 stacks. Stack and a half. Nice. Alright, before I go crazy, let's put a portal down, and so I can feel less far away from home. The portals might be a little bit OP, seeing as you can pick them up. Might be a little bit on the OP side. Especially, I find it so funny that we've been finding so much cobalt, and cobalt is, at least in the tech tree that we've been watching, it's ahead of thorium. Thorium is supposed to be something that you collect before this, I guess. But if it's so lucky or unlucky, then I guess it doesn't really matter. Whoa! That was close. Is this the blue one? Maybe? No, it's just crystals. I was hoping the arcane bench was going to show us how to use the crystals, but I've got nothing. Maybe they're just not in the game yet, as far as what you can craft with them. Is that silver? It sure is. Straight up over the mountain and into our little cabin we're going to commandeer as our northern home base. I say cabin, that's an abandoned mine. Even better. Maybe there's a furnace in there already? That would be great. There's moose down there. Yeah, I feel like it's a little cheaty. It's a little easy finding them on the map. That's interesting. Hiss to you too. I know we've never been here, so there's gonna be. Let's look at the roofs, the shale roofs, maybe. Oh, there's a bad guy. Clear this space out. Oh, you've got axe or something. Woof. You pack a punch. Oh, there's a lot of those guys. Oh crap. No, 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 no. Oh no. No! We're going to lose half of our stuff. There's a lot more dudes there than I thought. Oh boy. Okay. Should have put down a portal. No, I didn't put it down. I didn't put it down. No, we just discovered. I mean, the portal's in my inventory. So, right, we'll make a beeline for it. I'll put the cobalt in the furnace here and start it, and then I'll just take off running. We should be able to get there pretty fast. No, not today. Just put this in there with all the sticks. Go. Forget everything else. Just run. Simon, a developer from Stenhouse, said, Ore generation was just thrown together really fast for testing and never adjusted. Lots of planned changes. Cool. No, that's good to know. So we're definitely going to be keeping Hytle in the stream rotation. I'm curious how often I'll end up playing it. I guess it'll depend on how often they update and if I get sucked into the building. The tricky thing about the building for me that's going to be hard is I just spent 5 years in Minecraft making a medieval town. I'm very happy with it. I'm very proud of it. But Hytle is very much medieval fantasy. And so building anything large or anything in this game is definitely going to be leaning into that. So I don't know. At the moment, I seem to be more of a blacksmith, miner type character. That seems to be what I've been doing the most of. If they expand into magic, maybe I'll kind of do that and make it more magical and do like towers and magical stuff. So we now have died. Is that 4 times now? Sorry for all the bouncing. I'm just really trying to get back to my stuff as fast as possible. Get in, grab it, and get out. Oh, polar bear. All right, there's the mine. That was definitely not 10 minutes, so we should be okay. I've seen work in progress recipes for magic staffs. Yes, us too. We just saw those today for the first time. There's silver right there. I'm not distracted. You're distracted. Okay. I died right there. I love the very Borderlands. I love that. Okay, cool. Portal right now. We can always move it. Always move it. You know what? Let's be really audacious about it. Interact. What do we want to call this place? Northern Mine? 4. Homestead. Zap. So good. Death. Less of a problem. Lost a lot of durability, but like the pickaxe is screwed. But here we are. That's gotta go. That's gotta go. This can go in there. We now have lots of that stuff. The mushrooms. And the flowers, they were over here. They put these all together because they're obviously like magical type flowers. How are we doing for these essences? We've got 13 and we need 20. 20. And a sapphire. Just don't have a sapphire. Sapphire and ruby are the 2 gems that we've not actually seen. I'm assuming the ruby is probably down in the depths somewhere. Or on one of these volcanic islands that I can't see right now. Do your portals show up on the map? Yes. Sort of. Oh, it's out of range. Oh, interesting. We should put one over at the Forgotten Gateway. Don't know if this is going to do any good. I'm going to test this out. Oh, almost one hit. But he can almost hit us in the time it takes to swing it. So you're definitely going to take a lick. I think that was the issue that I had before. If you ever who was it? Was it Druid Jen? If you get any of those sword drops from skeletons, keep them and throw them in the salvager's workbench. You'll get iron from them if you're having trouble finding iron. I feel like that's enough. Takes 10. How many are we gonna have? 13, 25. So that's 30, 38, 43, 53 total. The sword seems to be my weapon of choice. Plus 12. Oh, so these are different. Poison resistance plus 27. Increase signature attack damage by 6%. So you get more aggressive, but then this is less poison. So if you're dealing with spiders and snakes and stuff. Light attack damage. I wonder if that's light attack damage, like a dagger, or light as in like fire. Because these don't say what's light and what's heavy. I mean, they feel light and heavy, but there's no... Crafty Girl 84, thanks for coming in. Yes, I do like it very much. It's very polished for an early access game. Very well done. Light as in snack? I don't know. I feel like it might be light as in like light damage from daggers and things like that. So we don't have the thorium to upgrade that, nor do we have the thorium to upgrade that or that. So upgrading the workbench is not something we need to do. We know we can get a lot of cobalt pretty fast now, so I'm less worried about the upgrades. I'm fine with going to some of these and making some cool stuff. Cobalt battle axe. I'm not a big fan of the maces. I feel like this one looks cool, but I feel like it's going to be super slow. I would rather focus on a sword and then maybe the chest plate. So 24, which we will have enough to do. Plus the sword. And it's got some metal trim. I feel like we'll look all right with the chest plate. My gauntlets are pretty low. Alright, while we're waiting for that, let's make the sword. Heavy leather. Am I going to run into leather for this? 7. And 3. I have just enough. 1 to spare. And that's heavy leather too. That's like killing bears and lions and tigers and stuff. Craft. That's the iron sword. I don't think it's faster. I think the lunge is longer. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's the same. Your home lanterns can light you on fire. That's good to know. Whoops. Are there any bad guys around? I would like to smack you in the face to see how much damage this does. They usually have torches with them. somebody over there. A 20 plus 20 one-handed Outlander sword, and it's blue. Oh, that's cool, Nookie. I've found that the maces that I've picked up, like the two-handed maces, have been really good. They've been really sturdy, aggressive weapons. I hope the game does that. Like, I hope that you can craft stuff and it's good, but the best stuff is going to be found. You know? There we go. Alright. If I can hit you. Alright, that did a little bit of damage. How's this going to do? That was like, what, 10%? That was a much bigger chunk. I was hoping for a regular skeleton because I got a good feel for how much health they have. But, yep, I like it. We're keeping it. Okay, I can put this back here. I guess I should make another pickaxe. Heavy leather, and it takes 7. I'm curious if that's going to be a lot faster. There's our 24 for our armor. That's going to take up almost all of our heavy leather, though. I think I'd rather have the signature attack increase. I think the signature attack, is that what this thing is? That Q? Is that supposed to be a signature attack? Because they've only given us like signature as the data on these, but they're always 20 with the exception of the smaller ones. Alright, we're doing it. Cool. Let me just see that. Defense is at 16%. 25%. 28%. That's not that much. But it increases our attack by 6%. Physical resistance is 12 versus 9. So yeah, I mean, it's a marginal jump. It's the same as thorium, except for the thorium focuses on poison resistance. I'm glad we're not making thorium stuff. And these things don't give you any stats. Alright, we're just going to make a regular iron pick. I should have another one of these going. Guess we'll go chop down a tree. I love how fast that is. Also, your health increases. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was the health increase? So 129 out of 151. So it's funny that 151 is the full, but I guess that's probably because we've got a combination of other things that are all giving us little +7, +13. That's +22 to the health. I think what they should do is, if they're going to list all the stats, they should list them all the same way. So have like a symbol for projectile resistance and call it that. And maybe they should have like health next to the heart, so that when you're reading, because I missed that entirely. I did not look at that because they're all listed in different formats, you know. This was +17 and this is +22. So max health got a boost. I was like, I thought that was a yellow crystal. The chick. You know what? We're just going to burn. What logs do I have a ton of? Okay, I don't think we're going to be doing anything else with Cobalt right now. What I would like to do is go clear out that top space, but it might be a good time to wrap it up. Now that we've got the teleporter sorted. Cool. Right on. Let's see who else is live. I would very much like to send you to someone playing Hytle. I will settle for Minecraft. Survey says we've got Great Lakes Girl, Canadian, always good. I think they're Canadian. They might be like Michigan, part of the US. Doc's playing Hytle. Cool. Doc or Great Lakes Girl. Throw your votes in chat quickly, should you have a preference. If not, be kind wherever you land. Thanks so much for hanging out this week, folks. I had a blast. I do see Hytle happening in my rotation. I think that it's got a lot of promise, and we'll be talking about it in great detail on the Spawn Chunks on Monday. That's the podcast I do with Pixel Riffs about Minecraft. We'll cover the Minecraft news, of course, but then our main discussion is going to be Hytle, what it means in this space, how are our initial thoughts about it, probably comparing it to Minecraft as people have been doing. But I think it's a very different game. I think it's focused on other things, which is nice. You can follow me on social media at Joel Duggan, very easy to find. TikTok, I've been posting clips of the stream on TikTok. It'd be great if you share those around. We had somebody come into the chat the other day from finding me on TikTok, so that's great. And the Patreon server has got a special on until this evening. So if you're watching this on Joel Duggan VODs, you're probably too late. But if you're watching this here live, then check out patreon.com/Joel Duggan. It's one of the best ways to support me. It's only $2 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee. You get access to the Discord. And right now, that first month is 30% off. And it renews automatically. You don't have to come in manually like you do on Twitch to keep on renewing. You can just do it right on Patreon, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you to Cosmic Dancer and to SweetSandi for modding today and this week, and I really, really appreciate all that you do. And I will see you all again on Tuesday, which will be not Hytle, Minecraft on Tuesday, because we'll have a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out. And then I might do both, but I will definitely be starting with Minecraft. And then I'll try to figure out what days next week I want to rock in some Hytle in amongst the Minecraft, but it won't be every day. I need to make some progress on the command center. So thanks ever so much, folks. I really appreciate everything today. I will see you next time. Enjoy your time with, looks like people want to go to it's a toss-up. It's an even split between Doc and Great Lake Squirrel. So I'm going to go to Great Lake Squirrel. They're a slightly smaller creator, so well, not smaller than me, smaller than Doc. So I will send you over there. Bye for now.